Alright, in light of recent events, I felt it necessary to make this video. So there's been lots of stuff going on about like the Confederate flag and monuments and things. Started with people wanting to get rid of the Confederate flag. Now they've toppled over monuments. And now there's even governors of some states talking about all Confederate flags should be taken down, gotten rid of. So, I wanted to share some actual history of a Confederate soldier. This here is a relative of mine, third great grandfather. I just wanted to share, well, the story here. Here we go. So, scroll down to the Confederate part. So, blah, 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 blah. Here we go. American Civil War, serving in the Confederate Army in the year 1861. Okay. Served July 21st, 1861, when he was 39 years old. Had a Confederate victory that day at Manassas, the first Battle of Manassas. Then, and he served alongside of freedmen and slaves that had run away and Native Americans. He was a German immigrant, and he didn't believe in the Union pushing the people westward, the natives and all that, and he fought on the side of the slaves, Native Americans. To the best of my understanding, that's how it went down. Now, so let's see where we go. It was in the 8th Regiment. Okay, of Louisiana, the Men in Blues Company. Let's see, here we go. Confederate victory of Manassas, the 1st, July 21st, 1861. Another Confederate victory at Fredericksburg. It was inconclusive who won that one. At the Wilderness. And then, let's see. Also had another Confederate victory. June 9th. Let's see. Another Confederate victory. Fought alongside the same side as the Cherokee. In Manassas 2. Or Salagi. In their native tongue. Let's see. The Cherokee and Confederate lost to a Union strategic victory. And he was taken prisoner alongside with some of the Salagis. And let's see. He came back and had another Confederate victory at Fredericksburg when he enlisted again. 1862. Let's see. 41. Served in the military. The Union captured them. Here you go. 1864. The Union captured them, convinced the Salagi, the Cherokee, that they were fighting for slavery, even though they had slaves fighting with them for freedom. They switched sides. They needed to switch sides or stop fighting. And so they switched sides. And they actually fought at the Wilderness, which was inconclusive in 1861 of who won, on the side of the Union. So they were always fighting for freedom. Always. And it took them until this battle, 1864, the last one here, to be convinced they were actually not fighting for slavery. It took them that long to change their mind. So there were many that did not change their mind and still feel like they were fighting for freedom. And another interesting fact is that the slaves had already started to be freed. So, let's see if I can pull it up. Where they have already, the facts that they had already been freed. fighting for freedom. Let me see. Here we go. Here, the truth about the Confederate flag and the history. Let's pull it up here. I just want people to be educated, you know, on truth. I'm all about truth. Come on, load. I'm not a big talker. All right, here we go. The truth about Confederate history, blah, blah, blah. Here we go. Scroll down here. They have like facts and myths and that sort of thing on this site. So, let's look at this. The United States flags represent freedom. No chance. The flag flew over a slave nation for 85 years. The North tolerated slavery and acknowledged it as a division of labor. The North made a vast fortune on slavery. It also, if you scroll down further, somewhere in here, it says that the ships, no Confederate ship ever had slaves on it. It was all Union and other places from overseas that had the slavery ships. Okay, very interesting fact. Slavery, at the time of the war, 1861 to 1865, the southern states actually were in the process of freeing all the slaves in the South because Russia had freed its servants in 1859, and the South took great note of this and decided to start doing the same. So they had instigated. But then the war started, and it forced upon the South. If the military had not forced upon the South, you know, it would have been different. They would have been freed. People just need to research for themselves and figure out the truths. Look, this is very, very far from truth thing. This is, I mean, it was common people, hardworking farmers, common people, not rich, meager income. There were, for people that didn't know it, there were Native Americans and blacks on the side of the Confederate, fighting for their lands and their homes, not wanting to be forced away from them. I mean, if you talk about the sense of freedom and all equal and no slaves and no natives being forced west, the Confederates started all that. They were the power that fought against such things. And the Union was making money off of it. And people are just uneducated, so the media is playing off of our poor education, where we thought, oh yeah, slavery was abolished, the Union won, they switched it right at the last minute. Oh, we were fighting for the freedom of slaves the whole time. No, it was the Confederates fighting for that the whole time. And they changed it at the last minute, you know, to win the war. It was a smart, strategic move on President Abe Lincoln's part. To win the war, he decided, if we do this, they'll jump on our side, we'll win the war. And that's what they did. They convinced everyone that they were the ones fighting for the freedom. And the Confederates wanted to keep. Because the Confederates had so many slaves running their farms that they bought from the North's the one that profited off of that, they used them for farm labor. The North also used them for farm labor. And it's a horrible thing. And there were also white slaves and indentured servants and stuff that had been voted over. The whole thing, it was a big mess. I mean, old days, you know, good work, hard to come by, all that crap. So anyways, I just felt the need to show that people need to learn some history before they go tearing down monuments. And as far as tearing down monuments and things, that's just obstruction of public property, destruction of whatever. It's against the freaking law. They should be prosecuted, not persecuted. All this talk, jeez. I mean, Anyways, suppose it is what it is, but I just want people to learn for themselves some truth. Peace. Oops.